Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Hello and welcome to WrestleTalk's Remember When series. Yeah, remember when we used to do these? With all the talk of Paul Heyman possibly turning on Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam next week, let's look back at the time Heyman turned on Lesnar to side with a new champion. On March 18th, 2002, we were all introduced to a 24-year-old South Dakotan by the name of Brock Lesnar. He tore through the roster with Paul Heyman at his side, soon being billed as the next big thing. Fast forward 16 years, and although he isn't around much anymore, Brock is still tearing through the roster with Heyman at his side, but that wasn't always the case. Following his debut, Lesnar easily saw off the likes of the Hardy Boys, Booker T and Rob Van Dam to win the 2002 King of the Ring. He looked truly unstoppable, and that earned him a title shot against The Rock at SummerSlam. Lesnar won that match to become the youngest ever undisputed champion at the age of 25. He then bettered The Undertaker in a two-match feud, culminating at No Mercy in a Hell in a Cell match that Lesnar won clean. And this is where things get a little bit interesting for the relationship between Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Leading into Survivor Series 2002, Heyman seemed to be having a bit of a turn. Despite Brock's utter dominance, Heyman seemed completely terrified of The Big Show, Lesnar's Survivor Series opponent, even going so far as to beg Brock not to accept the match. On an episode of SmackDown before SummerSlam, Lesnar called out Show, even telling Heyman to shut up, indicating that things were not well between the two of them. Which brings us to Survivor Series 2002, and it's Brock Lesnar, the fighting champion, facing off against The Big Show in black denim. Following a ref bump, Heyman tossed a steel chair into the ring, seemingly giving Brock a weapon. Brock ignored that and hit Show with the F5, but just as the replacement ref was about to count the pin, Heyman pulled him out of the ring and knocked him out. The crowd was completely shocked, and a stare down between Lesnar and Heyman followed. As Lesnar was chasing Heyman, he was hit with that steel chair by the fit again Big Show, who then chokeslammed him onto it, allowing him to be the first man ever to pin Brock Lesnar in the WWE. Heyman celebrated like he himself had won the belt, escaping with Big Show before Brock was able to recover. It wasn't and still isn't entirely clear why WWE made the decision for Heyman to turn on Brock and have Lesnar turn face, particularly as Heyman's run with the Big Show proved to be so uninspiring. Bruce Pritchard offered up on an episode of Something to Wrestle, Paul was pushing for Big Show to be champion, and Vince McMahon was iffy about it. But if anyone is going to beat Brock, it had to be a 7-foot giant. So obvious that Vince was iffy on Big Show as champion that the following month Kurt Angle pinned him to win the title after Lesnar interfered. And Angle then announced that Heyman was now his manager. Lesnar would beat Big Show at the Royal Rumble and pinned Heyman in a steel cage match in March 2003 to earn a title shot against Angle at WrestleMania 19. And that was it. That was the final nail in the revenge coffin for Lesnar and little Paul Heyman. It's since been revealed that Heyman, who was a writer on SmackDown at the time, had a lot of backstage heat, with Stephanie McMahon going on record to say that he was the only writer she ever had to suspend. According to many that worked there at the time, including Bruce Pritchard, Heyman was not well liked backstage, which led to him leaving the company for a short while before returning to an on-screen role in late 2003. The partnership between Paul Heyman and Big Show resurfaced in ECW, and Paul and Lesnar would team up again in 2012 when Lesnar returned to WWE after his stint in UFC. We've got some WWE backstage expose videos here on our channel, so click the ones that are on screen right now to check them out. I've been Luke Owen, and that was Remembering.